Do not go there, it's a trap. My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen with your heart, because what is opening in front of you right now is not ordinary, and it is not random. There is a path that looks familiar, comforting, almost inviting, but beneath that surface is something hidden, something calculated. You were about to step forward thinking it was destiny calling you closer, but this message arrives as protection, not fear. You have been guided here because your soul is sensitive to shifts, to signs, to quiet warnings others ignore. Tonight, the universe leans close and whispers clearly, not everything that calls your name is meant to hold you. Something huge is waiting for you, but only if you choose awareness over impulse. Right now, energies are rearranging themselves around your life, and that is why confusion feels louder than usual. What appears like an opportunity, a reunion, a shortcut, or an emotional doorway is actually designed to pull you back into an old cycle you already outgrew. You may feel nostalgia tugging at you, memories softening the edges of past pain, making you question why you ever walked away. But hear this deeply, the trap is not danger, the trap is familiarity. The trap is thinking you already know the ending. Something huge is waiting for you, but it is not behind you, and it is not hidden in what once drained your spirit. There are forces that test you right before a breakthrough, not to punish you, but to confirm your growth. This is one of those moments. The door you are being warned about looks harmless because it comes wrapped in emotions, promises, or unfinished conversations. Yet the reason your chest feels tight when you think about going there is because your higher self remembers what your mind tries to forget. You didn't survive what broke you just to walk back into the same illusion with wiser eyes but the same outcome. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires you to choose differently than before. Pay attention to the delays, the sudden interruptions, the unanswered signs when you try to move in that direction. These are not blocks, they are shields. You are being protected from wasting time, energy, and faith on something that cannot meet you where you are now. The trap is subtle because it feels emotional, not obvious. It feels like closure, like curiosity, like just one more step. But your growth demands discipline, not emotional shortcuts. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins the moment you decide not to explain your boundaries to what already crossed them. There is a shift happening inside you that cannot coexist with old attachments. The moment you step into that place again, you shrink yourself to fit a version of you that no longer exists. And that is why this warning comes with urgency but also with love. You are not being told don't go, because something bad will happen, you are being told don't go, because something better cannot reach you if you do. Something huge is waiting for you, but it needs space, clarity, and courage to enter your life fully. Understand this clearly. The trap is distraction right before alignment. When something meaningful is about to arrive, distractions appear dressed as urgency. They demand immediate action, emotional response, or impulsive decisions. But what is truly meant for you never rushes you into confusion. It arrives with peace, even when it challenges you. If you feel pressured, anxious, or unsettled, that is your signal to pause. Something huge is waiting for you, and patience is the final test before it reveals itself. This message found you because you are standing at a crossroads, and your choice right now shapes the next chapter of your life. Walk forward with awareness, not curiosity about the past. Trust the warning, trust the pause, trust the silence guiding you away. You are not missing out, you are being set up for something rare, powerful, and life-changing. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment you choose yourself, the trap loses all power. Amen. Listen carefully now, because what unfolds next is not coincidence but confirmation. You have already resisted once, and that resistance shifted something unseen in your favor. The silence you felt after stepping back was not emptiness, it was alignment settling into place. When you don't react the way the past expects you to, the entire pattern weakens. This is the moment where the trap starts losing its grip, because awareness has entered the room. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to your restraint. What you avoided was not small, and that is why the pull felt intense. Some traps return louder when they sense you slipping away, offering clarity, apologies, or sudden warmth. But real change does not arrive with emotional pressure. It arrives calmly, steadily, without asking you to abandon your self-respect. The reason your spirit felt uneasy before was because you were being tested at a higher level than before. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires maturity, not reaction. Notice how once you chose not to go there, your thoughts became clearer, your energy lighter, even if questions still linger. That clarity is proof that you made the right decision. Traps thrive in chaos, but they weaken in stillness. You are no longer meant to chase explanations or emotional closure from places that once confused you. You are meant to move forward without dragging old weight into a new season. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is already moving closer. This is also a moment of reflection meant to be shared in silence, not noise. When truth resonates deeply, it naturally spreads without force. Those who are meant to hear it will feel it, not be convinced by it. Energy recognizes energy. Let this message settle, let it breathe, let it ripple outward in its own time. Something huge is waiting for you, and the right souls will align without effort. There is power in pausing instead of reacting, in observing instead of explaining. You don't owe access to anyone who once ignored your boundaries. The universe is watching how you treat yourself now, because that sets the standard for what you receive next. When you choose dignity over impulse, you send a signal that you are ready for more. Something huge is waiting for you, and it matches the strength you are building. What comes next will not feel like a trap, a test, or a temptation. It will feel grounded, clear, and surprisingly peaceful. You won't have to overthink it, justify it, or rush into it. It will meet you where you are, not where you used to be. This is how you know it's real. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives without confusion. Hold this moment with gratitude, not fear. You were warned, you listened, and that alone changed your timeline. Walk forward knowing that protection followed your obedience to intuition. The trap no longer has access to you. What lies ahead is earned, aligned, and powerful. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. The moment you chose distance, the unseen shifted, and that is why everything feels strangely quiet now. Silence after resistance is not loss, it is recalibration. You stepped out of a pattern that fed on your attention, and the calm you feel is proof that the hold is weakening. This is the stage where doubt tries to sneak in, asking if you overreacted, if you misunderstood the signs. But hear this clearly: clarity never argues with you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with trusting the calm instead of chasing noise. There are moments when the universe stops shouting and starts observing. This is one of those moments. You are being watched not with judgment, but with readiness, as if everything is paused to see whether you will turn back or move forward with quiet strength. What tried to pull you in before will soon lose relevance, because growth makes old doors feel smaller. Something huge is waiting for you, and it cannot enter a life still crowded with yesterday's confusion. Understand this deeply: not everything that disappears is taken away. Some things fade because they have completed their role. The trap you avoided served one purpose only: to show you how far you've come. You are no longer meant to relive lessons, only to apply them. When temptation returns weaker than before, it is a sign that mastery is near. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors wisdom, not repetition. You may notice subtle changes now: different thoughts, new ideas, unfamiliar confidence rising quietly. These are signals of alignment, not imagination. When the wrong path closes, the right one does not announce itself loudly, it unfolds gently. You don't need to force anything, explain anything, or prove anything. Your energy is doing the work for you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to inner certainty, not outward struggle. This phase asks for stillness, not action. The trap relied on urgency, on emotional speed, on making you feel like you would lose something if you didn't act immediately. But what is meant for you never rushes you. It arrives when you are ready to hold it without fear. If you feel steady right now, that is your confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, and patience is the final doorway. Let go of the need to look back for validation. What you walked away from no longer has answers for who you are becoming. You are not missing closure, you are living beyond it. Closure is not always a conversation, sometimes it is a decision you never reverse. That decision is already changing your future. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is shaped by this exact moment of resolve. Stand firm in this knowing: you were warned, you listened, and you evolved. Few do. What comes next will feel different because it is different. It will meet you with respect, clarity, and purpose. The trap is behind you, powerless now. Ahead lies what your soul has been preparing for all along. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Stay with me now, because this is where the message sharpens. What you escaped was not just a moment, it was a turning point disguised as temptation. Many people never realize they were tested until they fail it, but you recognized the weight before it crushed you. That awareness did not come from logic, it came from wisdom earned through experience. You didn't avoid the trap by chance, you avoided it because you are no longer who you used to be. Something huge is waiting for you, and it only reveals itself after this level of strength. There is a reason the pull felt personal, almost intimate. Traps at this level are not obvious threats, they come wrapped in meaning, history, and emotional gravity. They know your patterns, your soft spots, your memories. But what they don't understand is that you have changed internally, and that change breaks old access points. When you chose not to go there, you rewrote a rule that once governed your life. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to this inner authority. Right now, unseen doors are unlocking quietly. Not loudly, not dramatically, but with precision. Opportunities that match your current frequency cannot enter while you are entangled in past loops. That is why this warning came before the reward, not after. Protection always arrives before elevation. If you had stepped into that place again, you would have delayed what is already preparing to meet you. Something huge is waiting for you, and timing is everything. There is also a ripple effect happening beyond you. When one person chooses awareness, it shifts the field for others watching silently. Your restraint becomes a signal, your choice becomes a marker. Truth doesn't need volume to travel, it moves through resonance. Those aligned with growth will feel it without explanation. Something huge is waiting for you, and it carries influence you don't yet fully see. Understand this clearly: what is coming next will not require you to convince, chase, or prove your worth. The trap demanded effort, reaction, emotional labor. The blessing will demand presence, clarity, and self-respect. You will recognize it by how calm your nervous system feels when it arrives. No confusion, no second-guessing, no hidden hooks. Something huge is waiting for you, and peace is its signature. This phase is about holding your ground without announcing it. Strength does not always roar, sometimes it simply refuses to move backward. You don't need to explain your silence or justify your distance. The universe already understood your answer the moment you paused instead of reacting. That pause was louder than any words. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors quiet power. Take this as confirmation, not just comfort. You were warned, you listened, and now the path ahead is clearing. The trap has lost relevance, and what replaces it will feel aligned, earned, and undeniable. Stand steady, because what approaches is real, and it is ready. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Now listen even more carefully, because this stage is where many people relax too early. After a warning is obeyed, the mind wants reassurance, comfort, confirmation from the outside. But this phase is not about reassurance, it is about consolidation. What you protected yourself from cannot reach you anymore, yet it may still echo faintly, testing whether you will doubt your own decision. Do not mistake silence for uncertainty. Silence now means the trap has nothing left to offer. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires you to stay steady, not curious. Right here, your discipline is being refined. Not discipline of action, but discipline of thought. Old memories may resurface, not to pull you back, but to see if they still control your emotional direction. This is subtle, and that is why it feels internal. But remember this: if something truly belonged in your future, it would not need to re-enter your life as a memory. It would arrive as reality. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not live in the past. There is a powerful shift happening in how you value yourself. You are no longer negotiating with your intuition. Before, you questioned it. Now, you listen. That alone changes everything. The trap depended on hesitation, on emotional bargaining, on giving second chances to what already showed its limits. But you have crossed that line internally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes self-respect immediately. Do not rush to fill the space that opened when you walked away. Empty space is not absence, it is preparation. Many blessings require room to enter, and you finally created that room. If you rush to fill it with noise, distraction, or old patterns, you delay what is aligning behind the scenes. Let the stillness do its work. Something huge is waiting for you, and it moves fastest when you stop interfering. Understand this deeply now. You were not being kept from something, you were being saved for something. The warning was not denial, it was redirection. What you avoided would have drained you slowly, quietly, without obvious harm, until you forgot your own clarity. That is why the message was urgent. Something huge is waiting for you, and it needs you whole, not half restored. Very soon, you will notice a difference in what attracts you. What once felt exciting will feel hollow. What once felt distant will start feeling natural. This is how alignment announces itself, not with chaos, but with recognition. You will not have to chase what is meant for you. It will meet you at eye level. Something huge is waiting for you, and it already knows your name. Hold your ground just a little longer. The hardest part is already behind you. You listened when it mattered most, and that choice changed the direction of your life quietly but permanently. Stay present, stay grounded, stay true. The trap is done. The reward is near. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Now you are entering the phase where truth replaces tension. What once felt heavy no longer pulls at you the same way, and that is not because you forgot, but because you outgrew it. Growth does not always feel dramatic, sometimes it feels like calm certainty. This calm is earned. It is the result of choosing awareness when impulse was easier. Do not underestimate this moment, because it is proof that the trap has fully lost its power over you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this inner stability. At this stage, the universe no longer warns you loudly. It watches how you carry yourself in the quiet. You are being prepared to receive something that requires emotional maturity, clarity, and consistency. Anything unstable would not survive where you are heading. That is why distractions fade and emotional noise softens. You are being refined, not delayed. Something huge is waiting for you, and refinement is the final preparation. You may notice that you no longer feel the need to explain your decisions. This is a sign of alignment. When you are unsure, you seek validation. When you are certain, you move silently. That silence is not distance, it is confidence. You are learning to trust your inner guidance without asking permission from the past. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors quiet confidence. This is also the moment where your standards rise naturally. Not because you are trying to be selective, but because your energy will no longer accept what it once tolerated. The trap depended on compromise. The blessing depends on integrity. You cannot carry both. And you chose integrity. Something huge is waiting for you, and it matches the level you now stand on. What is approaching will feel different in every way. It will not rush you, confuse you, or trigger old wounds. Instead, it will feel steady, clear, and respectful. You will feel seen without being exposed, supported without being controlled. This is how you will know you are no longer dealing with illusions. Something huge is waiting for you, and safety will be part of it. Remain grounded now. Do not rush the reveal. What is meant for you unfolds at the exact moment your nervous system can hold it without fear. You are closer than you realize, and that is why everything feels quiet and focused. Silence is not emptiness here, it is alignment holding its breath. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is already near. Take this moment as confirmation that your intuition was right all along. You listened when it mattered, and now you stand on the edge of a new chapter that does not repeat the past. Stay present. Stay aware. Stay true. The trap is gone. The path is clear. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. This is the moment where certainty settles into your bones. Not excitement, not fear, but a grounded knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The urgency that once tried to pull you back has dissolved, and in its place is clarity. When something loses its power to rush you, it loses its power to control you. This is how you know the cycle is complete. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with this unshakable calm. You are no longer being tested by temptation, but by patience. This phase asks you to remain steady even when nothing seems to be happening. But make no mistake, stillness does not mean stagnation. Beneath the surface, alignment is locking into place. What is forming now needs precision, not speed. If it arrived too early, it would overwhelm you. That is why everything feels measured. Something huge is waiting for you, and timing is protecting it. Notice how your focus has shifted inward. You are less reactive, less available to emotional chaos, less interested in proving anything. This is evolution. You have learned that peace is more valuable than familiarity, and clarity is more valuable than explanation. The trap could not survive this version of you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes your growth instantly. At this level, distractions no longer scream, they whisper. They test whether you will abandon your standards for comfort. But you can feel the difference now. Anything misaligned feels heavy before it even enters your life. Your body reacts before your mind does. Trust that. This awareness is not random, it is protection refined. Something huge is waiting for you, and discernment is your greatest strength. What approaches next will meet you without resistance. You will not need to negotiate your worth or adjust yourself to be accepted. The connection, opportunity, or shift coming toward you will feel mutual, balanced, and clear. You will feel seen without effort. That is how you will know it is real. Something huge is waiting for you, and ease will be part of it. Stay grounded in this moment. Do not rush to label what is coming or predict how it will arrive. The mind wants to know, but the soul already does. Let it unfold naturally. Trust the process that guided you away from the trap will guide you toward the reward. Something huge is waiting for you, and surrendering control is the final step. You have reached the point where the past no longer has leverage over your future. The lesson is complete. The warning has done its work. What remains is alignment, clarity, and quiet confidence. Stand ready, not anxious. What is coming will meet you at your level. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Now you stand at a rare threshold where awareness becomes authority. You are no longer reacting to life, life is responding to you. The inner noise that once demanded answers has softened into trust. This is not detachment, this is mastery. When the urge to chase disappears, alignment takes over. What once tempted you now feels distant, almost irrelevant, because your energy has moved ahead of it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives only when desire no longer controls direction. This phase reveals who you have become without announcement. You are quieter, but stronger. More selective, yet open. You can sense truth before words arrive, and you feel misalignment before it takes shape. This is discernment refined by experience. The trap depended on your doubt, it cannot function in certainty. You have crossed that line internally, and nothing can pull you back across it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it honors this level of self-trust. What is forming now is not built on urgency or fear. It is built on resonance. You will notice that what belongs to you moves toward you naturally, without pressure or persuasion. You won't feel the need to overthink it, because your body will recognize safety first. This is how true alignment announces itself. Something huge is waiting for you, and peace will be its first signal. Do not confuse quiet with delay. The quiet you feel now is the space required for something significant to arrive intact. Loud beginnings often burn out quickly, grounded beginnings endure. You are being positioned for something that lasts, something that does not collapse under emotional weight. That is why preparation took time. Something huge is waiting for you, and stability is the foundation being set. You may sense a closing chapter completing itself internally. Not with drama, but with acceptance. The need to revisit, re-explain, or relive has faded. This is closure without conversation, freedom without permission. When this happens, the future opens effortlessly. You didn't force this ending, you allowed it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it enters through acceptance, not resistance. As you move forward, notice how your standards no longer feel like rules but reflections of who you are. You are not guarding yourself, you are honoring yourself. That shift changes everything you attract. What cannot meet you at this level simply falls away. Something huge is waiting for you, and it matches your integrity exactly. Hold steady now. You are closer than ever, and closeness brings stillness, not noise. Trust the process that guided you away from the trap will guide you into fulfillment. What arrives next will not ask you to shrink, rush, or doubt yourself. It will feel right without explanation. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. This is where anticipation turns into quiet readiness. You are no longer looking over your shoulder, no longer wondering if you missed something behind you. Your focus is forward now, steady and composed. The past has released its grip because you stopped feeding it attention. That release did not weaken you, it strengthened you. When attachment dissolves, power returns. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this grounded presence. You may notice that your emotional reactions are softer, slower, more intentional. This is not numbness, this is regulation. You are no longer pulled into cycles that drain you. Instead, you observe, choose, and move with clarity. This is the version of you that can receive without fear of losing control. The trap could never survive here. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires emotional steadiness. What is aligning now does not compete with your peace. It complements it. You will not feel torn, confused, or divided. You will feel whole. This wholeness is not something you will have to protect aggressively, it will be respected naturally. That is how you know you are no longer dealing with illusions. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives without resistance. There is also a subtle confidence forming within you. Not loud, not performative, but undeniable. You trust yourself now, and that trust changes how the world meets you. You are no longer available for situations that require you to abandon your intuition. The universe responds quickly to this kind of self-alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is drawn to certainty. Stay attentive, not anxious. The final moments before alignment often feel deceptively ordinary. Nothing dramatic happens, yet everything is about to change. This is where many people lose patience, but you are different now. You understand that what is real does not need urgency to arrive. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is moving on its own timing. Very soon, you will recognize a shift not because something appears, but because something feels complete. Completion is the doorway. When inner work finishes, outer change follows naturally. You are reaching that point now. The preparation is done. Something huge is waiting for you, and readiness has replaced desire. Remain rooted in this awareness. You have come too far to doubt yourself now. The warning served its purpose, the trap is irrelevant, and the path ahead is clear. Walk forward without hesitation. What meets you next will be aligned, stable, and real. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen.